Yes. Yes. You can just come on this left and right. Just come on this left and right. Just come on this left and right. Come on in. Hey, Christy, how are you? How are you?
I know, right?
Test 1 2 3. Test. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Okay.
Did you want the whole speaker on, or are you just trying to record it?
I don't think we need the. Do we need the speaker on? Well, assalamu alaikum. Greetings of peace. We welcome everyone to this, our special launch event for Jalsa Cares. This is in connection with the 75th Jalsa Salana of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community USA, which is being held in Richmond, July 4th, 5th, and 6th this weekend. As is our tradition, a day before Jalsa, we instituted a program of public service. And that program we call Jalsa Cares. And the basic premise of it is that as Muslims who love and live in the United States and love our community, we want to give back to our community and show our gratitude to our community partners by serving the most underserved areas and cleaning up the streets, cleaning up the parks, and attending to basically any of the needs that the city believes they need help with. And we were very excited last year to launch Jalsa Cares here in Richmond. And it was our inaugural effort, and we had tremendous community partners. Once again, we're back. And I just wanted to share a few observations of this morning. We began at 8 a.m. At Evergreen Cemetery, actually East End Cemetery on Evergreen, and we were about 35 of us strong. And by God's grace, we were able to do work that I think is particularly moving. There were actually 8 to 10 states represented, volunteers from across the country who were there, most their first time entering this post Civil War era cemetery. And we saw with our own eyes a historic relic, which was a segregated cemetery. And over time, the care which goes into tending and upkeeping this cemetery requires a Herculean effort. And the city of Richmond, over the last several years, has worked with the Friends of the East End Cemetery to really do a public service, and that is to reveal the headstones of many Black Americans who are buried in Richmond. And many of these people lived in the era after 1891, and their headstones are not uncovered. They're not tendered to. They're neglected, and there is so much debris. There is so much. There's such a thicket, essentially a forest around this area, that it takes regular upkeep. It takes a tremendous amount of effort to maintain it. As you can imagine, every few weeks, every few months, everything grows back. And many of those headstones are so buried under that they are not even uncovered. Today, we had a very humble opportunity as the Ahmadiyya Muslim community volunteers to participate in the work. And we had a tremendous group of people who were there. And we uncovered a number of those headstones. And it was very moving to see third, fourth generation Black Americans who may not know that their loved ones are buried in this cemetery. So this was something that was particularly moving for us, and we're just coming from there. And now we're here in Wharf Street. And this year we partnered with the City of Richmond, the Parks and Recreation team, and we have a number of partners here, and I'm going to now turn to them briefly to share a few remarks. I just wanted to extend my gratitude on behalf of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community for our partners to be here. The City of Richmond, RVA Community Fridges, which does tremendous work for food insecurity in this region. The American Red Cross, of course, its reputation precedes it, an amazing organization that we've partnered with for many years all across the country. We also are very blessed to have the Richmond Fire Department with us as well. And we're just, and the Office of the Mayor. And that, I think, the support from each of these partners means the world to us. It allows us to shine as community partners to serve and achieve the purpose for which we're here. I just want to end my remarks by mentioning to everyone that our faith, Islam, commands us to give back to our community. And it's particularly moving for me to be here the day before 4th of July when we celebrate this beautiful country's independence. And we, as American Muslims, are indebted to this country. We are loyal to the country because the Quran commands us to love and be loyal to the country and your homeland that you live in. In fact, it was the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who said that love of one's country is a part of one's faith. So this is an incredibly important statement from the founder of Islam, and we live by that. But it's not simply that we appreciate living here. We believe that we are so enmeshed in our communities and that we love our communities so deeply, particularly people of different faith traditions, that it's our obligation to serve back. And there's a famous saying by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who said, a leader is one who serves. Sayyid al Qawme Khadamahum. Servant leadership is in our DNA as a community. And the founder of our community, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, said that never restrict your circle of kindness. And that's the motto that we live by: love for all, hatred for none. So, with those words, I will now invite some of our community partners who have come here to say a few words. And I'm really indebted first to the office of the mayor of Richmond, and Lawson Wijesuria is representing the mayor's office here, and I invite her to share a few words.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you all so much for being here. On behalf of Maravula and the city of Richmond, welcome to everybody from wherever you are visiting us from. I know we've got one from LA. We are just so glad that you're here for the whole celebration of the next several days, and Maravula really looks forward to spending time with y'all on Saturday. I'll just say one of his priorities is that we are a city that tells the truth about our story, both the truth about our past to find a healing way forward. And so the thoughts that you shared, I have actually volunteered in that cemetery many times. It's a few blocks from where I live. And that is the work of uncovering our past, of mistakes we have made, ways we have hurt people, ways we have not been as unified and welcoming as we desire to be in our better selves, that we are doing the work of healing. And when we come together across all different divides to serve one another, that I think is one of the best ways to heal. And so we're so grateful that you chose to be in Richmond to do some of that work, and excited to celebrate culture and faith and unity together with you all, especially in the times that we're living in. So welcome again on behalf of the mayor, and thank you for being in Richmond. And we hope you have a great next few days of celebration.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lawson, and we thank the mayor. The support is tremendous. We wouldn't be able to do anything without the mayor's office. And I wanted to also now invite our dear friend Chris Frelke, the director of Parks and Recreation for the city of Richmond. His team, by the way, Kate, Matt, everyone, has been working with us for, I would say, 6 months to set up the right project structures, and very competent team. And Chris, we're just delighted that you're here.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I just want to thank you guys. And I hate having your back to me or my back to you all, because you guys should be actually the front and center of everything that we've done. Also, I want to give a real big thanks to our parks team again. They are tremendous groups, and we love working with others that want to serve our community. That is, I think, a cornerstone to Parks and Recreation, is that we know that our parks bring everyone together and elevate us together. And we know the power of parks, that it is a great, like, one last sort of bastion that we have, a social capital where everyone can still come and enjoy the parks, build relationships, and get to know each other. And it's so critical that you also are helping us rewrite our story here in Richmond. I love that this is the second year, and I hope there are many more years to come that we continue to partner with you all to do these great projects, and also highlight the great work that you are doing, and highlight the great things of how you give back to your community, these different things, and how we all have some very shared beliefs and desires together, and to tell the story together. And so I'm so fortunate that we are partners working together, and that we are a good partner, but you are a tremendous partner. And so that you can see the things of Richmond and how Richmond is moving forward, and the investment the city has made when we acquired the cemeteries last year, so that we could start, making these improvements and bring more people in this to do that. But it's not just here. We are standing in a very historical space that we also need to really at some point recognize what space we're standing in, and the space across from here, and understand the whole story that Richmond is, and get those stories out. But we have to do it together. We have to do it with partners, and we have to make sure we help. As I always say, is that it's not the vision of the city of Richmond's Parks and Recreation Department. It is this vision of our citizens of how we want to move our city forward, and the things that we want to focus on and improve. And so thank you all. Thank you for giving your time. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for moving things forward for us. We appreciate this partnership. And those that live here locally, just don't make this a one-time thing. We want to get you as part of our partners and how we can continue to work. And those that are visiting, if there's ways we can help you back in your community to model things like this, or how we can do more things like this, we are also happy to be any sort of relationship on that front. And thank you guys for your time and your service to our community.
That's so kind of you, Chris. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, and it's our honor to serve. And we really look forward to the project. Right after this, we'll be doing a trash cleanup near the river, and we're really excited. Our volunteers are ready to go. I wanted to now mention that we have a beautiful partnership with RVA Community Fridges. And Taylor is here, Taylor Scott. She does such amazing work, I would say invisible service. And across the city, what a brilliant idea, you know, community fridges, an opportunity for you to drop off food and help people who need help. And we've been working with her, our local Richmond chapter, for many years. We're delighted to be partnering with her the next actually several days, yesterday, today, the rest of the weekend as well. So Taylor, welcome. Love to hear from you.
Appreciate it. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for your time, your generosity, and your community building. Truly, like you said, building and uplifting the underserved in the community is something that the Fridges is very passionate about. We are very, very, very passionate about making sure the community here has access to fresh local produce, but also prepared foods. And like our friend said, you all have been helping us do that not only for the past 2 years, but prior to that. And it really means a lot to us that you all put in the effort not only during your Jalsa Cares and Jalsa Solana, but also year round to help us meet the needs of our community members. Right now in the year, we are having such a high need, especially with the heat and everything, just trying to keep the fridges running, keeping goods in there, and you all are making a big impact and helping us do that. So we really, really, really appreciate it, fam. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Taylor. We appreciate that. We are also this year uniquely partnering with the Richmond Fire Department, and that's led by our very valuable partner, the American Red Cross. Christy Carneal is here. Last year, she was very gracious to give an opportunity for us to serve and tend to a garden at the VA. What a moving experience. I was able to participate with a number of others. Christy's here gave us a unique opportunity this afternoon where we're going to be working with the fire department to help homeowners, fire safety awareness, and also deliver food as well. Now I'd like to invite Christy to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Christy Carneal with the American Red Cross, part of our Capital chapter, and I also want to extend a welcome and thank you on behalf of our regional executive, James Hatcher III. We're always pleased when we get this opportunity to work with the Amadea community, especially here in Jalsa Cares. But throughout the year, as he mentioned, they've been avid blood donors and blood drive supporters, which, as you know, life is in the blood, and that is one thing science has never been able to figure out how to make. And we are one of the sole providers to all of the local hospitals of blood. And it's been determined that many fatalities caused by accidents and things, it wasn't because of the injury, it's because of the loss of blood. Last year, as he said, they were able to support one of the gardens that we support at the local veterans hospitals. But this year, and we're so excited that Lieutenant Washington is out here. You want to come up here and join me for this part? We work with multiple fire departments, and we are so privileged for a relationship with Richmond Fire where we go door to door to install free working smoke alarms, because working smoke alarms have shown to reduce the risk of death or injury by way more than 50% by having a working smoke alarm in their homes. And that'll be what we get to do today, go door to door. And some of what we've seen, you know, many of the families that are food insecure, where Taylor sees, if they're already struggling to get food, that $25 smoke alarm on the shelves at Home Depot are out of their range as well. It's low on their priorities. And so by working together, we're able to go out and go door to door. But one of the other things that we're excited to get to do today is we have a community appreciation night each year where we're able to present local community partners with a recognition. In fact, I will say Lieutenant Washington was one of our recipients. But another one that we would like to present is to the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association Richmond chapter for all of their work that they do to support these programs throughout the year. So we want to thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank y'all so much for this opportunity.
Fire Marshal Lieutenant John Washington, you want to say a few words?
The fire department, on behalf of the city of Richmond Fire Department, it's an honor to partner with your community to be out here to support you. Just want to let everyone know that here in the city of Richmond, the fire department is here. And when you're in the city of Richmond, it is your fire department. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, we're so grateful for that award to our community's Richmond chapter, Umar Sindhu, who accepted the award. Thank you for that. It's a very nice gesture. Well, we're going to adjourn this now. I just wanted to thank everyone again for coming, and we're going to get to work. Thanks again. Thank you, guys. So, yeah, can we get a photo here?